Just one more round, friend, then homeward bound, friend. Don't forget me in your dreams. Just one more song, friend, and then so long, friend. The nights get shorter, it seems. Just one more rhyme, friend. Yes, it's a crime, friend. But you know time, friend. Time can fly. So it's good night, friend. Good night, but not goodbye.
Look what we did.
We're in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. We're dealing with the frustration
Yeah, we are.
of watching all these live streams, and we've been doing it all week and all weekend. And
We obsessively, but
oh my gosh.
we're very appreciative of the live streams, but
Yes.
so we made our own little cantina here at the apartment, and we're gonna watch live streams all night because it is nighttime
Yeah.
already.
And tomorrow and everything.
yeah. Look at, okay, so I even made the little boba pearls,
Wow.
which is really interesting.
You were like
I've never done that
actually
before.
making them, right?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
like boil them or something?
you like boil them and yeah.
That's amazing. I stick with the blue milk.
Then we got another drink right here. And
And
yeah,
it is so good.
show them those cool bowls. I really like those bowls.
My Ewok bowls.
Yeah.
Very cool. Look at this stuff. Very alien looking.
Mm-hmm.
Not to offend.
Like 70s/80s.
Not to offend Mediterranean area people.
Oh no, but
because
it looks very similar
actually
to...
Mediterranean food.
Yeah, we ordered
but
some
it
Mediterranean
totally
food.
looks like it would be on like a Star Wars planet.
Absolutely, or I mean the one that...
Batu.
yeah. So, yeah. And we love the Ewoks, so...
I've had these since like I was a little like 8-year-old kid or something. I've had those Ewoks. Those are like from when Return of the Jedi came out.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you think about everything?
Oh, about everything we've been watching?
I know, that's the whole point of this video.
That's what we're going to do, guys.
We
We're
just
going to
wanna
enjoy
talk about...
this lovely meal and talk about Galaxy's Edge, our reaction to how it is compared to what we were imagining,
Yeah.
and also what we're excited about if perchance we might go this year, or
Hopefully we'll make
see.
it at our Halloween
Part of our
thing,
Halloween
if we
trip.
go to the Halloween trip.
If we
but
get
yeah.
to take our Halloween trip this year, yeah. So, what we're anticipating most, and what kind of merchandise we might want to get if we can.
Yeah.
So let's start talking about that. Gee, how do we start?
Well, I think we should start with the crowds. What did you think about the crowds?
Yeah, I was surprised compared to, because the first several videos we watched, it was like media nights or media days.
Right, yeah.
And it was small crowds. You couldn't even use the word crowd. It was just
It's not even a crowd, it's just like these
dwindling
random people.
around.
Mm-hmm.
And but I really thought, Friday, when it's actually officially open, even with their reservation system, I thought the place was going to be packed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I thought too much about the fact that there was a limited number of reservations. So they handled that really well. It really worked out for them, it seemed. It did not look packed.
It didn't?
It got more packed like in the afternoon.
It did, yeah.
And
Which is a
pretty
little...
packed, really.
I mean,
But
but still not like insane. Like I really do think that once the reservations are over, it's going to be crazy. And Walt Disney World isn't even doing reservations, so they're going to be like that all the time, or like.
oh no, they're going to start out, I think, with reservations.
Are they starting out with reservations? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
they are, and I don't know for how long in Disney World
Okay,
it's going to last.
Well, that's probably a good idea.
In fact, we're wondering, because if we do get to go, we're wondering if we're still going to be in the reservation time frame, or
Yeah.
if it's, because we don't know what the dates are of that. But yeah, I feel like when that reservation thing ends, it's just going to be crazy.
I know.
It's just going to be too much. But But you know, I don't know. It kind of looks better crowded, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Because that comes over to one of our big issues with how things turned out. Because the place looks beautiful. I think it looks excellent.
So
I like how I can, you know, see things that remind me of every trilogy in the saga. But I feel like it's missing something, and that is aliens and droids roaming the streets.
I would love to see some aliens at the cantina, and it doesn't seem like they have much of that or anything.
Yeah, I might have heard something in like the last video that there is an alien that sometimes is in the cantina.
Are they intending on adding those, or is that just how it's going to be? I mean,
I have no idea. You know, in my mind, I imagined Star Wars Galaxy's Edge with a lot of that.
Yeah.
That was a big part of it in my idea of what I thought we were going to see. A lot of cast members dressed as full-on aliens. I mean, there's some aliens that wouldn't even be that hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's just some Twi'leks or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But nothing. I haven't seen any aliens except for Chewbacca. And I thought there would be a lot more stormtroopers, because before they had Galaxy's Edge, they had like parades of stormtroopers.
Yeah, they did.
Going through the park. And
it's just like...
I keep seeing 2 stormtroopers randomly.
And here's the thing, like we're watching these live feeds and people keep saying that there's always something going on, but we're not seeing a lot of that, and I don't know if people are just not catching it or what. I mean, we were expecting it to be like really full on with the interaction.
I was expecting a lot of characters, a lot of, oh, the light's gone out.
It died.
I was expecting to see a lot of characters walking around. I was not sure if I would see any droids walking around, but I thought you might see some droids being escorted maybe.
Yes, yeah.
Which would make sense, you know, somebody and their droid walking
Yeah.
down the street. If there's anything I'm disappointed in, it's that.
Mm-hmm.
And I wondered in my mind, how are they going to have like blaster fights in the middle of the street?
I know.
Because, you know, when I was a kid, things were different. They were less worried about safety and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were in a Wild West town at a theme park or somewhere, there were gunfights in the street.
Right.
You know? If you watch the really old Disneyland stuff,
Yeah.
remember the gunfights
I know.
out in the street?
We've seen Westworld a lot, so we have high expectations.
Yeah, Westworld was really how we were our like ideal of this. But
And I mean, Westworld goes very far back with this. I mean, we're talking like 70s Westworld.
yeah, can I have some of that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So our ideal is to that extent. It's
Right.
the Westworld idea, which you know is extreme, but
I don't know that they can't control that necessarily, but
yeah. I mean, I did see a stage, kind of a stage showish thing that they did because they have that spy character,
Mm-hmm.
and there was some laser blast type effects that they did,
That's cool.
and it looked cool. No, I really don't have any real complaints. Everything is pretty impressive, except for that one thing that is pretty huge, which is where are the aliens?
Well, let's
and
talk
where are
the-
the droids?
let's talk the interaction that they do have. So I really enjoyed watching that. The one interaction with the like the Sith. I mean, area.
Oh!
you know?
You mean the First Order?
The First Order, yeah.
Yeah, on the stage with
Yes.
Kylo Ren and the stormtroopers, and that one guy, yeah.
The one actor that they got from Disneyland, and I mean, I've seen other versions, other people portraying him, but there was this one guy who played him, and he was so spot on with the First Order. I mean, like the British accent and the like
It
very,
was creepy,
very
like-
Peter Cushing, you know, First
Very
Order.
World War II, and very
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like, which is awesome, you know, because that's like what
Because
this
that's
is
what it is.
all
but
about.
It was
you know,
freaky
really.
in a little. In
It was a
way,
little
but
freaky. You kind of wonder, like, I wonder if we're gonna get any complaints going on.
I
you
hope
know.
not, but yeah, I can understand that.
Salad. Yeah, but it was very cool, and we liked it.
And then I did not see the Rey interaction, but apparently there was a Rey interaction.
I saw some Rey interaction today. She was walking down the street with Chewbacca.
Mm-hmm.
Stunning Rey. Might be one I've seen before, or they always cast Stunning Rays. I don't know. And I'm not even like a Ray guy. I'm a Jyn Erso guy, 100%. But yeah, and it's very cool. She had the accent down and everything. It was really cool. You're gonna have to watch that one later. So I've seen some of that interaction. I've seen Kylo and the stormtroopers walking down the street and interacting with people. We saw a lot of that. But yeah, it's cool. I just need to see them suit some people up as aliens and mix it up a little.
Let's talk about the costumes. So apparently, people cannot. Patrons
Adults
can't wear costumes, which is a standard Disney rule.
Issue, yeah. And I get that rule, but it sucks. But
I do get that rule, but it does suck because.
Well, I mean, we like costumes.
I love wearing costumes, and when I go to this world, I want to be in costume.
Yeah.
Now you can cosplay. Excuse me, sorry for like spouting food over here.
No, that's the thing. You can't cosplay. You mean you
can bound. Excuse me. You can't cosplay. You can bound. But I mean, it's up to their discretion to see if your bound is too far towards a cosplay or not. So I'm going to attempt one first time we go, and let's see if we get kicked out or not. I'm going to attempt an extreme bound is what I'm going to do, basically. But.
And I don't know, I might too. We'll see. But
I mean, obviously, just bring a tank top to wear underneath and be like, okay, I'll just take this off. You know, but.
Something you can easily change up if they
right.
say this is a costume.
But that's a little upsetting because I don't know. I feel like we should be able to do that too.
Yeah.
Like I understand the safety aspect of it, but
I mean it's part of it. It's part of it. You know, you're supposed to feel like you're part of Star Wars.
Also,
I need aliens, I need droids, and I need to see everybody dressed up. But you know, you're always going to have that issue of like all those crowds of people in their Nike hats and things like that. That's never going to go away, and that's something I knew was coming, and I was kind of like, that's going to affect the realism for me. But it's like when you watch Westworld, and the first thing they do is they dress everybody up.
Yeah.
Before they send them in there. But
I was always watching the live streams today, the way I was getting around that, which it's going to annoy me too when I get there. And I know we probably sound ridiculous, but that's just how we are. We're very much perfectionists, and we really want things to be a particular way. But it's beautiful. I know that I'm gonna cry when I go in there. But
the Falcon.
Oh God, the Falcon. Yeah, I'm going to be bawling, and so are you probably.
Oh yeah, I'll probably be crying. I'll be crying when I go into Disneyland because
oh yeah,
I haven't been there since I was like 5.
Yeah, but we're talking about
we always go to Disney World.
Yeah.
But oh yeah, you're talking about. I'm getting confused. We've been watching Disneyland all this time. Yeah, you're right. So the first time we go to Galaxy's Edge, we'll be in Disney World as usual. But yeah, I think as soon as I step foot into it, I'll be crying. You know.
Right.
Yeah. The Falcon is gonna get me for sure.
Seeing Chewie in the Falcon, that's gonna get me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But what I was gonna say is the way that I was getting through that whole mental block of nobody's wearing costumes. I was thinking, okay, well maybe this is a totally other planet. Maybe these people dress like this on this planet or something. I don't know.
That's they're supposed to be visitors like you.
Yeah.
Know? All the Earth-clothed people.
It's a highly visited planet from Earth, I guess.
What was I going to say about that? I lost track. I forgot what I was going to say, but oh, the Falcon. I was going to talk about the ride.
Yeah.
What did you think about that?
I thought that ride looked incredible. I'm really excited to ride on that. I feel like, and you said that you thought it might be a little stressful, you know, but
I'm not into the team thing. I've never been very good with the whole team thing.
Yeah.
You always have other people who are they have to win and everything, and that's why I've never been like a good team
There's gonna be like
person.
some people screaming at
I'm
you.
a very casual, Baloo kind of
Play
person.
for fun type of thing, yeah.
So I've already heard some people be like, I would have had more fun on the Falcon if other people were not. We're doing better at their job, you know. And I don't want to be on the ship with somebody who's gonna be all grumpy like that, you know.
Well,
I'm just there to have fun. I'm gonna try my best, but
I'll put them in their place if they say.
oh, don't do that.
In a fun way.
But yeah, but that ride looks amazing. The part where they go into hyperspace, as quick as that is, that just looks so cool.
I know.
That's gonna make me cry. Yeah. I did see one person who rode that and came off it kind of saying, well, it was okay. Yeah, I was in shock. It was a lot of, this one person was really complaining, and I don't know, man.
I haven't seen any footage of anybody like crying coming out of there, have you?
No, people usually cry when they see the Falcon.
Have you seen that?
And then I guess they're over it by the time they're on, I don't know. Yeah, I've seen people crying just talking about it.
Mm.
About the experience of seeing it, so I
That's
believe
awesome.
it.
What about, so we were really not interested in making droids because they're not the correct size.
They're not they're this big, and they're not even, they're very plastic looking, you know, and that kind of bothers me.
So, but then we watched a live stream of somebody making one, and then how you take it away in a box and it's like reacting to you and it's acting like a pet, and now we want one.
Yeah, I kind of would. I wouldn't mind a BB unit, and you're kind of more interested in R2.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think they have R4, and they might have R5 units too.
So that looks like a really cool experience.
But I've wanted a BB unit for a while, and there's been a lot of versions out. But you know, you get to put it together yourself. The experience did look really fun, and I like that you can choose colors and things.
And the fact that it like comes alive.
Yeah, it took some convincing for me. I was totally on board with the making your own lightsaber bit.
Which we also want to do.
Very much. And the BB-8 or the droid build thing is like $100, but then it's like 130 really, because you have to get a personality chip. Come on.
Right.
That shouldn't even be optional. And then the lightsaber thing starts at like 200.
Yeah.
And you pretty much get the full lightsaber and everything. It, like, beyond that is like just to really accessorize hardcore.
I mean, I'm a musician, so I was watching live streams of people doing the actual lightsaber experience, and I was like, okay, I haven't cried yet. It wasn't until they started doing like Yoda speaking and the music coming in that I was like, oh my god.
Yoda speaking, oh my god, yeah.
So that's gonna be another cry. But yeah, it's very similar to the wand experience and
Diagon Alley.
Diagon Alley, yeah. So that'll be fun. I'm excited about that.
What I like better than the wand experience, though, is that you're a part of it for sure. Because you go to the wand experience, and it's cool because you can go see it for free, but you don't really, only one person in the room gets picked.
Right, that's very true.
We've only went to see the experience once. And of course, the odds were against us then.
Yeah.
Somebody, got picked who wasn't us. But
that's true.
Here, you're part of it for sure. Everybody's getting their lightsaber. Everybody's building it and everything. Yeah, I'm excited for that. I can't decide what kind I want because I like the idea of the nature ones. But they're also the most plastic-looking ones.
I don't want something that looks plastic, obviously.
And they're actually made out of metal. These lightsaber parts.
Really?
I don't. Maybe the nature ones aren't. Maybe those are just made out of plastic because they look like part of one piece looks like a rancor tooth, and there's a piece that's supposed to look like some leather straps. And that piece really looks plasticky. And I'm like, I want a nature one, but that and the tooth, they kind of look plasticky.
Yeah.
I kind of like the tooth. I'm kind of torn on it, but it does kind of look like plastic.
Yeah, they have some plasticky like souvenirs, but they also have some good quality souvenirs. So, and of course, you're usually going to pay more for those. But
more, yeah.
From what we've seen,
the lightsabers are $200, and you want one that looks good. But I love the idea of the nature one, so I don't know.
It's cool.
But I also like the metal ones, and so I'm still kind of torn on that. My favorite Jedi is Volvith Mon, who is not. I'm not sure if he's even canon anymore, but he was.
That's cool.
He was the werewolf Jedi.
That is so awesome.
And I would love to cosplay him sometime.
Can you imagine? Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, and really, I think his lightsaber was very similar to Anakin's. I don't know if they had even conceived of the nature ones at that time when he was created, which was it was Clone Wars, the first 2D Clone Wars cartoon. But so maybe he wouldn't have a nature one. But in my mind, the wolf species might have more nature-looking ones, but then maybe not. Maybe they're more into technology.
Makes sense.
But yeah, I'm torn. I don't know what kind of lightsaber I want, but I don't know if I'll get a lightsaber on the first trip. Nobody has, not too many. I think today I heard one person talking about whether or not you can carry them on planes, because that's something I'm worried about.
Somebody said you could.
Yeah, they're saying you can put it in the storage thing, overhead storage compartment.
A little scary, but okay.
But yeah, meanwhile, how many times have you seen people forcing their luggage into the overhead storage compartment? And I don't want my lightsaber blade broken or something. Yeah. So,
a little scary.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to wait until I live in the vicinity of a park to get a lightsaber, but I mean, I don't want to wait.
I mean, we do already have some.
Yeah, we've got some, but yeah, but I really want to build one.
Let's talk about the cantina.
The cantina looks awesome.
It does.
You got Rex.
And that's it. No.
No, Rex.
Rex is hands down my favorite thing of this whole park. I love Rex. Yeah. I love him because he reminds me of old Epcot.
Yeah. And of course, old Star Tours. Which Star Tours, has been my favorite ride, I think, for a long time.
Yeah. But they do play the cantina song. The bum 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 ba da 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 da. It said no. And they also play some cool variations of that, and it's very much like a swing 40s sound. But they also have it modernized a little bit, so they have some dance music that you would hear there. So I am happy about that.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool. It sounded really cool. The place looks great. It looks, like the original cantina. Yeah. Which is very cool. The other alternative we've had for a while is that Scum and Villainy cantina over in, I think, LA, that Kevin Smith does his podcast out of, or one of his shows, Fat Man on Batman, Fat Man Beyond now it's called, which I was wanting to go there a lot, but this also looks, of course this is even more intense, but I still want to go to that other one too. But it looks really cool. It would be great if I could cosplay there, but
that's true. I was watching some interactions at the cantina, and the cast members do tend to they tend to have a backstory, and they do interact with you, and they talk about the stormtroopers, and it seems like most of the people, which I guess I haven't seen yet, cast members who are on the First Order's side. You know what I mean?
Everybody's kind of we're on the rebel side.
Everybody seems to be on the rebel side, which wouldn't be completely realistic, I feel, because let's face it, you do compare this to World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some civilians who were on the bad side. So I'm wondering if there are some people who take that stance and they do, promote that or not. So maybe in that certain area, if there's a shop in that area, maybe they do. But for the most part, they're always, in the live streams we've been seeing, they've been like, they're always like, the First Order is listening, don't say lightsaber, things like that.
Yeah.
You're actually supposed to say, where can I buy some scrap metal?
Oh, really?
Something like that.
There's a lot of little phrases you gotta learn. There's like their good morning and their good night or good evening kind of phrase.
And which we'll talk about that in a second.
Bright sun, and then I forget the moon one. Yeah,
we'll talk about that in a minute. But that's fun though. The whole don't talk about lightsabers or whatever, because then they'll tell you. Well, you can get some scrap metal over at this place, and that's where you make the lightsabers. But so that's really interesting. I do enjoy that. Let's talk about the good night and good morning greetings, which are so stupid. So
well, that goes along with the whole overall personality of the cast members, which we
were commenting on that. Is that everybody's a little too happy. Like
it's very much like Disneyland, how cast members are very very happy and smiley all the time, and
let's face it,
friendly
guys,
and sweet, and that's great.
If you lived in a place like that, you would not be happy most of the time.
Well, if you watch Star Wars movies, there's a lot of grumpy people.
Disgruntled people who want to get out of places like that.
They're disgruntled because of the First Order.
Yeah.
Or the Empire. And they're disgruntled because some of them are slaves.
Right.
And because sometimes because they live in a horrible desert planet. Things like that. This planet is supposed to be more of a nice foresty kind of a place, but the place still looks rough. It still is a rough looking port. So
it does look really rough, and everybody's just a little too chipper, and I know that they would probably get complaints
if you're not friendly.
If they're not friendly, but if you're gonna go three-fourths of the way, then you might as well go the whole way, and hopefully. I'm not even going to say hopefully, because I know that they will never do that. So, I wish that they would, though. Not even, you don't have to be grumpy, just be normal.
Don't you remember how grouchy the bartender was in A New Hope?
But that's what I'm saying, you don't have to be grouchy, just be normal,
The bartender should be grouchy. I like the grouchy bartender.
Yeah.
But some characters or that's why I was thinking there'd be some aliens walking down the street. And if an alien is being grouchy and bullying, that's more acceptable, because it's not just a cast member having a bad day.
Yes.
He's playing a character, and it's very clear because he's whether he's whatever kind of alien he is,
But that just goes back to the whole bright sun, dark moon. Bright sun, dark moon.
Which it's just that little bit of cheesiness, which it's like, you remember when Last Jedi came out and a lot of people didn't like the character of Rose.
Right.
Now I love Rose, but she was very
great actress.
Yeah. But the character was very chipper, and to an extent that was beyond even. I don't know, have there ever been any characters in Star Wars that were that chipper, ever?
I don't think it was really that she was chipper. She was chipper, but it was more that she was trying to deliver the Disney message. You know what I mean? Which is the whole message of I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's more of a feeling that you get, because there is hope in the original movies, but it's when Disney does a movie about hope. Different.
Rogue One was all about hope.
I loved Rogue One, and I know that most people don't like it, but that's my favorite one of the new ones.
No, I don't think most people don't like it. I think most people liked it.
Well, good.
I think. I think most people liked Rogue One. There's certain things they didn't, that a lot of people didn't like, that I didn't really agree with, but yeah.
But I don't know if anybody else feels that way about the people in the park. I haven't heard anybody else say that, but I have absolutely noticed it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if most people are just like, well, it's Disney, they're supposed to be nice, or what.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that line, like, do we cross the line and get realistic and really make you feel like you're in Star Wars?
Yeah.
Or, because otherwise you do still feel like you're in a theme park, kind of.
Right.
We just, us in particular, we would like them to be more Star Warsy with that. But again, I would be content if they just had some aliens walking around and some robots.
Yeah, just a little more.
I think it's a beautiful place, amazing.
It's gorgeous.
And there's a lot that I want to do there. I'm very excited.
I'm excited to see some live streams of the nighttime, and we're about to see that tonight, so that'll be fun.
I wonder what they're going to be. I do want to talk a little bit more about merchandise, because I love merchandise, and I think even you have decided there's a few things you like there. Like
Which I'm not usually a merchandise person, so it says a lot for me to even say that.
But yeah, as far as things amping up in the future, I don't know if they'll amp up or amp down, or move downward as far as how much they're trying to entertain within this world and add into it.
Right.
Because like I said about the adding some aliens and droids walking around, or like the cantina, which you would expect to have a lot of aliens in there, and I know that would take up space. But aside from that stuff, I'm wondering if there will be any nighttime fireworks type things going on. 'Cause I guess they have fireworks anyway in the park. I wonder if you can see them in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
I don't know. I would assume so. You would have to.
Well, I don't know. You can't even see the. I don't know. I wonder if you could see them. I guess you could.
Well, that'll be interesting to find out tonight.
Well, in the maybe they'll do that tonight. In the celebration, what do you call it? Where they were dedication.
Oh yeah.
The opening ceremony, whatever you want to call it.
That was really cool.
They did fire off some fireworks, and they were very Star Wars looking. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. I wonder if they'll have any kind of a little Ewok celebration type thing.
That'll be fun.
That's something we should say. We were talking about how they made the place look, and it sort of invokes Tatooine a little bit, but also to me, very much some of the places they went to, like where Maz Kanata lives and stuff. Some of the places from the newer films. It is more based on the newer films.
I would have much preferred a place that looks like Endor.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. You were like, I wish it looked more like Endor. Because we always had that with Star Tours before. They did change that. But for a long time, the area around Star Tours was Endor looking.
Yeah.
And that music. Oh, yeah. Because we actually were Ewok lovers. We're Endor lovers.
Yeah.
And that music they would play when you would approach the Star Tours area. Oh my God, I
would
love
have
that.
even liked a land that explored all of the terrain. I mean, I know that's asking a little much, but maybe an Endor section or a Hoth section.
They do say they're going to expand on this. I mean, I don't know if you'll get a Hoth area.
That would be so cool.
We were kind of saying, I mean, if you're going to open one in both, coasts, they should have made two very different lands. I don't know about Hoth. I don't know how much you could do with Hoth.
At least have just an area of Hoth where
or a snowy area with wampas and stuff.
An experience where you had to survive and kill a
Maybe this is going to take over Disneyland like some kind of fungus, and they're going to turn the Matterhorn into Hoth, and they'll put a wampa in there instead of the
I don't want them to take over Disneyland, but yeah.
No, I don't want that to happen. But yeah, or something else we were talking about, the holidays.
Oh yeah, is there going to be a special Life Day?
Life Day. Let's have a Life Day celebration.
I am going to totally be Happy Life Day, and people are going to be like,
I want Wookiees all over the place. I want them in their maroon robes and whatever that globe they carry around, and have their ceremony on the stage. I know you're not gonna have Leia, but maybe have Rey come out and sing the Life Day song.
I will go over there and sing it. I will go and sing it. If I see Chewie, I will go sing that song.
Go to Chewie and sing the Life Day song to him, please. We'll go at Christmas time and you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I wish you could remember some of the lines.
Nobody take my idea.
What does
I'm
Han
gonna do
say?
it.
You're like family to me. I want to see Mala, I want to see Lumpy, I want to see Itchy. This is what we would do if we made Star Wars.
I know, we love that stuff.
I watch it every year.
It's so good.
Sometimes not even at the holidays. But, yeah.
Have an over makeup Mark
Or, he had just had a car accident, and so they really piled the makeup on him, yeah. You feel good now.
Don't get cocky, kid.
Yeah, that would be cool. We were saying, they based this, and it makes sense. They based this on the new trilogy. They want to keep it up to speed with whatever films are coming out. But like we were saying, I mean, I don't know how well it would have done. There was a time when, if they made a Star Wars land, it would have been totally based on the original trilogy. And it would have been crazy popular still.
I'm very much a traditionalist when it comes to Star Wars. So I wish there was a little bit more
of the classic
stuff. I mean, obviously it's there because there's Chewie and there's the Millennium Falcon and stuff, but
thank God there's Chewie and the Millennium Falcon, and we lost Peter Mayhew this year.
Yeah, I mean,
that was devastating.
I don't know. I guess I don't know what they could have done to have made it more traditionalist. I mean, I guess there are a few things, but like, where's Darth Vader? I guess, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm a little disappointed that I'm never gonna see Darth Vader here.
I saw one of those because there's some people who their whole YouTube channels are about complaining. I saw one person who was posting, and I mean, this is a legit complaint. It was like they made a Star Wars land with no Star Wars in it, which I don't agree, because to me it's all Star Wars.
Yeah.
But he's talking about, they don't have Luke, they don't have Leia, they don't have Vader, that makes sense. That's a legitimate complaint. I mean, you've been wanting your whole life to go to the Star Wars universe, and
yeah,
it's all new characters, and they're great. I love the new characters. I love the new movies.
Do you think they'll bring out Luke and Leia possibly at some point, or do you think it's just going to stay this way?
I don't know. There's no way to know. There might become a time where people are already bored with Star Wars Land, and they revamp the whole thing in classic trilogy.
They will never do that.
You never know.
They will never do that.
There might be a time when they're like, we really need to shake this up. People are already bored with it. Let's totally revamp it.
I'll tell you, you know what they might do? They might have special events where it's like, here's Luke and Leia and Han.
Like they have 90s night, which we saw those 90s night videos and we're like, oh my God, I wish I had gone to 90s night. Well, yeah, they could have like classic trilogy nights.
Absolutely.
Where they bring out all the old characters. I can see that happening. Mm-hmm. Dessert party and old characters. And
yeah.
That would be cool.
I mean, to see Darth Vader roaming around this place, because I gotta be honest, I am not a Kylo Ren fan. I mean, he is just not intimidating.
Go ahead.
He's not intimidating.
It's getting interesting.
What do they call him? He's a punk ass.
Yeah.
I don't even know. He's just not an evil person. Hell, Peter Cushing is more intimidating than
Peter
Kylo
Cushing
Ren.
is intimidating.
And I love Peter Cushing. I love Peter Cushing.
She has a crush on
I have
Peter
a crush
Cushing.
on Peter Cushing. I know that's weird, but I do.
As he was.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I think the legitimacy of our YouTube channel just went out the window. Most people were like, and click, she's nuts. I love him. So.
I don't know what to say. But yeah.
And really not in his evil state, though. I like him in his meek little.
Some of the 50% of the Hammer horror where he's the victim, and then
right, yeah.
The other time he's the bad guy. But yeah, that's cool.
How did we get on that? Anyway, Kylo Ren is not intimidating.
I like Kylo Ren. I think he's an interesting character. He's not intimidating like Vader, but in a sense, I mean, he's still a dangerous guy to be around. He's got power, and he's...
Let me just say this.
He's crazy.
I guess that it's kind of realistic because of similarities that we've seen in the past, like with history, in that
You mean when Luke was a whiny little...
No. I'm talking about how...
I was gonna go pick up some power converters.
No, I'm talking about how sometimes the actual government official is not as intimidating as his lackey.
oh, the lackeys.
You know what I mean?
I mean, like, you know, no, I kind of...
I'm trying to not offend anybody in some sort of way by, like, saying this vaguely. I don't know what...
No, I see what you mean. That's what I was saying. There's people who have a lot of power, and they're really dangerous because they're not too bright.
Right.
Or they're loose cannon, you know?
Or they're or they have like Napoleon syndrome.
Yeah, that too.
And they...
Yeah, and that all sounds like Kylo Ren.
You know what I mean? And that does sound like Kylo Ren.
And even Anakin had that a little bit.
Yeah.
But then he just, you know, he was more intimidating when he became Vader.
Vader was always intimidating. When they started bringing Anakin into the whole picture, I was like, what is this?
The original.
God, what is
in the prequels?
I don't know.
Oh, some of that stuff is good. Some of it's not, some of it's good.
I think you should keep a little bit of mystery. And what the trilogy did is it kept a lot, the original trilogy is it just kept a lot of mystery.
Yeah,
Then when you start delving into like the whole backstories, it's like, maybe I didn't want to see Vader as a baby or something, you know? Like...
Vader, baby. Yeah.
He'll make your dreams come true. No.
That's Tarkin.
Vader, baby.
Grand Moff Tarkin, and he's still old.
When your planet's kind of weird and you wish that you weren't there.
Oh man, now they're shooting out. But
I think we've been talking long enough.
Yeah, but I did want to talk really quick about like some of the merchandise that we saw.
Okay, merchandise.
There's a toy store. Wait a minute, there's a pet store.
Oh yeah.
This is very confusing. There's a toy store and there's a pet store that's all toys. So it's like there's two toy stores. But the pet store has like a variety of animal creatures. Mm-hmm. Did you see anything there that don't kill yourself with that pineapple? I almost killed myself with a lightsaber.
We have these grand ideas.
Did you see any pet creatures that you would want to purchase?
No.
She's not like a toy person though, or and when you saw that droid, you decided that was kind of like the pet she wanted.
Basically, I collect lightsabers and tea sets. That's me.
Yeah. And this stuff is mine. That's all.
Yeah.
So when I first heard about the merchandise and they were showing pictures and they had that the lizard monkey, Salacious Crumb, that worked kind of like the ones from the dragons.
Now the brown one, I totally get. Okay, that's very cool.
But this is what I want to get at. Like when I saw the first pictures, I wanted the blue one.
Yeah.
Because it was so unusual. Like it was like
your own thing.
Yeah.
Its own thing.
It didn't feel like I was carrying around Salacious Crumb. It was like my own, you know?
Yeah.
And I could dress like a space pirate and that would be like my parrot. But actually seeing them in the videos, the blue one looks like plastic. They move kind of clunky. They don't move smoothly or anything, which I never liked that even about the dragons from Pandora, which I don't like I haven't been to Pandora, and I'm sure it's very cool. I don't like the Avatar movie.
We've never.
I wish Disney didn't have anything to do with it. Okay, I've seen it. I wasn't impressed. I saw it at the movies. I wasn't impressed. It was okay as a movie.
Anyway.
It's the #1 movie ever of all time. Did you know
No,
that?
it's not.
No, monetarily.
Nobody cares.
That still pisses me off. But anyway, yeah. So I kind of want the Salacious Crumb because it actually does look pretty cool. The brown one, the brown monkey lizard.
Yeah.
But it's not priority for me. I think I want the Loth cat, or Loth cat. I don't remember how you pronounce it.
Never seen.
She doesn't know what it is. It's been in like the Rebels cartoon, and I feel like it's probably been in some other stuff, but I'm not sure. It's a newer creature, but it's very unique. You know, like you say, you're not even familiar with it.
Yeah,
And that's kind of cool. I like that, and it does some stuff. I don't know. Its eyes move, its mouth moves, or something.
Okay.
It looks pretty cool. I kind of want that one. And I wanted a bantha because remember the holiday special? The little Wookiee kid had this big stuffed bantha, and it was so 70s and cool. And
insert picture, maybe.
now I have to dig up a picture. Stop that. But this new one is so small. I mean,
I know.
So I want the bantha, but maybe in person it looks a little bigger. Maybe I need to rewatch the holiday special. Maybe it's not as big as I remember. But
well, he's a Wookiee.
and he's a little
He's a little Wookiee though,
Little kid
next
Wookiee.
to him.
Well,
So.
Wookiees are big, but he's a little kid Wookiee, so I don't know.
It's like
But
half our size.
but the Tauntaun is adorable. So I don't know.
I love Tauntauns.
I love the Tauntaun and I love the Loth cat.
You know what I wish they had? It's gonna get graphic. You remember those like animals that they used to sell where like you would open them up and there would be a surprise of like how many babies the animal had in there? I wish they had a Tauntaun where you just like open it up and I don't know, Luke's inside or something.
That's awesome. Well, you know what they have? That's how the action figures work. The Tauntaun figures, you know, usually they used to have an opening. And you can stuff the Luke figure in there. I don't know if the new ones do that. But, but that's funny. So yeah, there's that store. There's also a clothing store. What'd you think about that?
I thought the clothing looked cool. I mean,
costumes and stuff.
But if you can't wear them at the park, then what's the point?
Yeah, and I know that you can wear like some of the jackets and stuff, and that's what I have my eye on right now. There's a couple of jackets that I like.
Yeah.
They're pricey, but there's a couple of jackets I like, and I like that Chewbacca bag, which is basically the exact bag that Chewbacca carries around.
And they seem like they're high quality. I mean, we'll find out when we're actually there. But another thing that we want is the snack tray.
Oh no, the MRE.
MRE.
From Empire Strikes Back, which of course they're calling it the Resistance MRE, but it's actually a replica of the Luke Skywalker one from Empire Strikes Back.
Maybe they're all issued that.
Yeah. But they've changed so many things. You would think it'd be a different color now, but they've made it look like the Luke one. And yeah, it's like $25, which is a lot for the kind of candies that are in there.
I would get it for that.
I want to get it too. You know, the funny thing is it has those pretzel sticks.
Yeah.
I always thought those would have peanut butter inside.
Which is so interesting that you would have thought that.
Well, because when I was a kid, there was a candy or something that was like a pretzel stick with peanut butter all through it. And it's funny because they do come with little pretzel crackers that have peanut butter in them.
Right.
But the pretzel stick is just a pretzel, and I don't even like pretzels.
I mean, it's not really for the food, it's more for the experience.
Yeah, but as a kid, I always wanted to try that pretzel stick thing, but I really thought there was peanut butter in it. But anyway, I still want it. It's cool. It's just, you want what you imagine.
I know.
You want what you imagined as a kid.
Yeah.
But I still want that thing, and I'm going to get it, and when it's empty, I don't know. You said when it's empty, you're just going to throw it away.
I don't save things.
But you just refill it. But anyway.
I won't do it.
I know, she won't. Yeah, that's one of the things I want. I want a deck of Sabak cards. Sabak cards.
Sabak.
And my number one thing, I want the Jyn Erso Stormtrooper, the wooden Stormtrooper that was her toy when she was a child.
Oh, that's really cute.
Because, you know, I love Jyn Erso.
I really have to get that.
If
we have the money, the chess pieces.
Oh, Yeah, okay, so they have a small chess set that is like the holographic chess from Millennium Falcon, but there is they're miniature compared to the real thing. But you can buy the real, like, full-size ones. They're like action figures.
And make your own chess.
But you gotta buy them each one individually, and they're very expensive.
I mean, don't you?
That's what I want. I want those.
Don't you think they have the technology to like make a chessboard that has a hologram?
I don't know. I don't know if they ever really actually figured out true holograms, have they? Isn't it just mirror tricks that they still use?
I don't know.
Who knows what technology the government has? Video blocked.
Anyway.
Wait, there's two more merchandise things I want to say. Well, I love that the Jedi robes that they have,
Yeah.
the full-on like the Obi-Wan outfit.
Yes.
Even the under outfit.
Even the
not just
Luke outfits.
Which Luke outfit?
Oh my goodness.
They have some jackets that are very much like look like, and the X-wing outfit. They have like a full X-wing costume. I think it's more based on a newer version.
Like the A New Hope, like his I mean, it's like Japanese style, kind of like what he wore in A New Hope, just like kind of a whitish.
Oh, they're like that. They have that?
Robe-ish type thing.
I didn't see that.
I think they do.
That would be cool. Like when I was a kid, I had like an Empire Strikes Back robe, and I would wear that as my Luke costume.
Aww.
Even though it was just like had Empire Strikes Back written all over it.
Hey, what's happening to my saber?
Your batteries are dying.
Aww.
Now you gotta put batteries. But anyway, that means we should go pretty quick. But
Yeah.
wait, really quick. What else? There were some more merchandise I was wowed by. Oh, they have they have the dice that Watto used in episode 1. And it's pretty affordable, so I want that. They have like, I've heard that they have Han Solo's golden dice, which a lot of people already have that. They've had, like
years.
they gave some away when the movie came out. But I would still like to get a pair of those. I don't know, there were a few other things. I like the replica stuff, like some of the replica stuff. I really want to get some of that, but I can't remember everything now. There was so much that I wanted. I want to build a lightsaber. I want to do all that stuff.
Overall, it looks like an incredible experience, and we're really excited to possibly be able to do it this year.
I want to try that popcorn.
Yeah, the popcorn looks cool.
And I want to try the rib thing. It's like obviously
the
ribs.
food. Yeah, let's talk about the food. I mean, the drinks look really cool. I love that they use like a lot of boba tea stuff. I know. I mean, the food looks good, and I'm very much an experienced person, so oh, hello.
Oh, I turned it on and off. There we
So
go.
I'm very interested in like trying all the food, which we won't do because we always say we're going to try all the food. And
Yeah.
we'll try some of the food. So that would be fun. And I think that's it. I'm just really excited to get on that Millennium Falcon. And
I'm going to get some blue milk, even though I think our blue milk is more accurate.
Yeah.
Which is just milk with blue food coloring. But these are like these are like plant-based, like coconut milk with like it's a fruity tropical mixture. But they say that the green one tastes like Fruity Pebbles, which I love. So I really want to taste that.
The blue one is more like coconutty, I think.
Even though every time I see the green milk, it looks yellow.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I want to try both of them. So we want to do that. Yeah, there's a lot of things we want to do. It looks really cool. We're wowed by it. We love it.
We give it a thumbs up from what we can see.
But please add aliens and robots. It's Star Wars.
I mean, why not? Is there like some sort of copyright thing that they can't?
No. It's just a safety. It's just a safety issue.
How is it a safety issue? Just put somebody with a mask on out there.
That's the thing. You can't have masks on.
Or at least
but they do it with Mickey and all.
Somebody in the cantina have one table with a bunch of aliens in it.
You gotta do something like that.
They're Disney. They can amp it up.
It's Star Wars. You gotta have. I mean, that alien they have in. I'm not sure if it was the toy store or someplace where they have the alien. It's an Icthorian. He kind of like tree-based creature. It's a brown with a long head, and that looks amazing. And the animatronic for that looks amazing. So.
They're trying to tell us something.
It's so quiet. Yeah, I know. But yeah, more of that. But you got to have them walking around, you know. Anyway, That's our assessment.
Yay!
We're excited. We're hoping we're
very
gonna go.
excited.
So we'll let you know if we go.
And you guys, I mean, like there are a lot of good videos out there, so just check them out.
Thanks to everybody who's been posting live streams and everything. We were watching today all these YouTubers that we recognized from. They were all together. It was crazy.
Yeah, the ones who are, I mean, some who are not located in California, but a lot of people who are located there.
Yeah.
And we're going to just continue to watch that tonight, so
yeah.
That's the whole thing. And maybe I'm going to sneak in one of the original trilogy films because we started to watch that last night and I fell asleep. But yeah, I feel like watching old school Star Wars.
I feel like watching some Jyn Erso.
Old school.
It is old school. It's kind of old school.
Old school.